last video in this trademark series for now. Next time I do some stuff on trademarks, it's going to be a little more in depth, and it's going to be based off of the reactions I get from these videos and of course the content I'm putting on my website and even my Instagram. This is going to be the final question that I get asked pretty regularly when it comes to trademarks. And I have said this in all of my previous videos. This is not meant to be legal advice. It is just some knowledge that I'm passing on to you and to get you thinking. And if you need me or want to work with me or want to become my client, email me and we will figure out how we can start working together. So the last question is, what are my responsibilities once I have a registered mark? And I think that's a great question because the process doesn't stop once you get that registration from the USPTO. So first and foremost, you can in fact lose your registration. And after going through all of this, spending all this money and waiting all this time to get your registration, why on earth would you ever want to lose it, right? So the number one thing you need to do is to continue using the mark. If you stop using it, you're probably gonna lose it. You know that old saying, like, if you don't use it, you lose it. I don't know if it holds true in any other situation, but it definitely holds true in the world of trademarks. So continue to use it. And then you also need to make sure you're monitoring it. And if you have an attorney on staff, or if you're a smaller business and you worked with an attorney to register it, you can always retain them to monitor your trademark as well. That's something that I do. So if you have questions, email me. But basically you need to monitor your trademark and you need to make sure that nobody else is using it, that you haven't had anybody infringe on you. And I know that seems really overwhelming, but it can be a pretty easy process. I would say, once a month, you're checking all the social media platforms, you're checking your local area for advertisements and things like that, because if anybody is using your mark, you have to stop them. If you don't stop them, then the USPTO kind of looks at it as like you don't really care about your mark. So there are a few ways to stop them, including but not limited to cease and desist letters, and then of course filing suit. I prefer that you send a letter or an email to the person and say, hey, these are my trademarks, please stop using them. If that doesn't work, yours truly would send a cease and desist letter and say, listen, this is my registration, you're using it, you're infringing on my rights, and hopefully you stop, or I guess infringing on my client's rights, and hopefully you stop, or we will be forced to take legal action. And then at that point you would file suit in federal court because you have the registration. So that's one of the responsibilities. So continue to use it and then monitor it for other people using it. And then lastly, there are some filings that you have to do. The first one being between year 5 and 6, you're just reach out to that attorney that you're working with. They will know what to file, and it's a minimal fee, I think like $100. It's pretty cheap, but essentially you're just filing to show the trademark office that you're still using the mark. And the attorney will know what to do and how to file that for you. And then every 10 years, you have to file something else to show that you're still using the mark, or you could lose it. That is basically it. So I hope you enjoyed this little series, and if you have any more questions, please email me. Trademarks are my favorite thing. Intellectual property in general is my favorite thing in the whole world. So find me on Instagram, follow me, subscribe here for more, and check out my website. I'm going to be posting tons and tons of information on trademarks. There is just so much that you could get into. So the website is montgomerypllc.com. Instagram is Montgomery Law PLLC, and my email is shannon@montgomerypllc.com. I can't wait to get to know you and work with you if you need me. Have a great day, and I will see you all in the next video.